Hi there, Tom Murray with Workman's Dashboard here. In this tutorial, I'd like to show you how to set up the custom fields in the admin panel. And actually in two prior tutorials, we showed you some basic and some advanced settings for getting your company set up. This is just kind of a continuation of that and showing some of the even more specialized things that you can set up in your admin panel. So again, just as a refresher, the way that you get to the admin panel is up in the top right here. If the user has administrative privileges, they will see this admin panel option here. So you click that, and it brings you to this screen here. Scroll all the way to the bottom where it says Custom Fields. And essentially what you have here is 6 total fields, 3 of which can be programmed as drop-downs, and 3 of which can be programmed as free-form fields where the user can type whatever they want. So there are certain things from a top-level administrative perspective that you might want to not give users control to free-form how they're tracking things. For example, in this demo build here, we're tracking the industry segment. So if you click that drop-down arrow there, it's going to show each of the things that we want to track. So in our contracting business, we want to kind of get a sense of, how much apartment work are we doing each year versus how much HOA and condo work versus how much general contractor work. So this is where we're adding the options for our users to select in there. You can see we have home builders, hospitality, office, public works, residential, school, so forth and so on. So as not to have a bunch of data entry errors. So somebody might misspell a word, for example, or they might use a different term. This gives the administrative user top-level control to basically require the users to use certain terms and give you control over your data set there. So again, so that's just one. You can customize these however you want. Put geographical area in there as one, just as an example. So we have north end, south end, east side, west side. You might want to track the geography of where you're working the most to be able to answer certain questions about your business. Maybe you need to relocate. Maybe it makes sense to move 45 minutes to the west because that's where most of your business is and you're going to save money on labor there. So we give you complete control of how and what you want to track in here. Now these 3 over here, these are completely free-form fields, and what you're typing here into the text is just the title of the field, and I'll show you here in a second how that appears on the job. But these are different in that the user can type whatever they want. Some might make sense for a free-form, and some might make sense for a drop-down. And you don't have to use all of these. You can use one of them or all 6 of them. If you have these blank in here, so if I were to delete that, where it says enter your custom field, it's basically not even going to show up on the bid form. So actually, let me go ahead and update this, and I will go view a job. And when you're on the job, you scroll to the bottom here, and this is where you see the options. And actually, I should explain the lead source too. The lead source is something that is not a custom field, that's hardwired into the system. And let me just go back just briefly back to the admin panel. The lead source is actually up here. So this is where you set up your lead sources. And we felt that this was important enough that every business is going to want to track where their leads are coming from and where their advertising and marketing dollars are being successful and where they're not being successful. You do have control over what you put in here, so you can put, if you use radio, you can put radio. If you do trade shows, you can do that. If you do direct mail or yellow pages or whatever you do, so you can put your own things in here. But the lead sources is a hardwired drop down. So if I go back to the job, in here, down at the bottom, so you have the lead source, and then you see the industry segment. Here's our second drop-down field, our third drop-down field, and then we have our custom fields. So you see only 2 of those 3 are showing up because I deleted the last one. So this gives users a great way to track and understand their business in powerful ways. Just citing the example that I used before, if we want to know where our business is or where it's coming from or what market segments we're in, if we understand our history, we're going to be able to make better forward-looking decisions and really powerfully impact the direction that we take our company. So there you have it. This wraps up the tutorial on custom fields in your bid. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the string below, and we'll see you next time.